All right, here we are. Deadlands / Call of Cthulhu / whatever. Does anybody want to try to give me an update as to where we are at? Vance, do you want to give it a shot?
No, I can't recall.
Okay, fair enough. Walt, how about you? You want to give it a shot?
Sure. We're in the town. I have notes. We are in the
We're in Etna.
we're in Etna.
Okay.
We have spent a night. We are preparing to go back to the mine where our colleagues let us know what happened there, which was a little frightening because the abandoned mine is not so abandoned, and we have been preparing to be ready for what we face, which we expect will be pretty terrible. And I think we got a little shut-eye too, so we're not completely tired. And I believe we are going to head out relatively early in the morning to the mine with the sheriff and his one deputy. That's what I got.
Okay.
We found out that the other posse ran into the posse. The other posse was killed.
Yeah, based on the report, it sounds like they ran across the mine and, well, let's just say it didn't work out for them.
And one of the deputies, the deputy that we sent to go link up with them, returned. We were able to, he was bleeding out, but we were able to stop it.
Yeah, Lloyd Campbell came back. He had picked up on the other posse and followed their trail, in effect, to the mine, to which you made a guess that was perhaps after Gustav and Christopher beat feet out of there. And evidently they did not apply the same amount of caution. And so we lost the second posse, including the deputy of Coldwater. And say Lloyd came back to inform you all that he's a little beat up, but he doesn't seem like he was poisoned or anything. He's he's basically got a medium wound to his leg, so it's not that bad. And you did a little bit of doctoring on him as well as the horse. You're still up one horse. You don't recall Lloyd mentioning what happened to the other horses of the posse. Probably not high on his train of thought. But you're all awake. And it looks like Lloyd's carefully putting on his boots as well. He seems like he's at least somewhat determined to come along with y'all.
The one thing we did not mention was the 6 Hellfire shells,
Yes.
or supposed shells that came from a Hellfire gun.
Right.
They're all 45 caliber. 3 are on Christopher Barnett's character. 3 are on mine.
Okay. I
So
wasn't sure about the distribution there. But
yeah, so I have a Navy Colt, so I can use one if you're. I mean, my shooting is actually 3d12, so if you want to give me one.
Yeah, there is a certain amount of logic in dividing up the bullets at least a little bit. So like if one person was knocked unconscious and
Devoured.
I didn't want to go that far, but sure, devoured or
Tickled.
entangled, tickled. He was tickled a lot and was laughing so hard he couldn't shoot. He was being hugged, perhaps, and
But
really
your bullets. You're gonna do whatever you want with them.
the cuddling, and so much like a bomb when it falls down in there's a cuddle radius of like 200 or 300 yards.
All right, so
Better off Ted reference.
I don't think we had any other chores we were gonna do before
Then
we
I
headed
want
out.
then I want my $3.
Because
So
Gustav,
Mike,
you didn't have 45, right?
Me?
Gustav does not have a 40 cal.
No, I have a Lamat revolver, which is like a 40 cal. So
I have,
no.
I have a Colt Lightning, which is 38 long Colt, but I do have a Derringer, which I'm not actually
What you
precise.
keep in your garter?
Now, the Lamont just carries one shotgun shell blast. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's like a 20 caliber too. It's pretty solid.
It's a 16 or 20 gauge shotgun blast, and then addition to 9 rounds of 40.
Right, but it's a single shot of shotgun.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Um,
Can I spend a couple chips before we boogie out of town?
what are you gonna spend them on?
Just briefly on shooting. So I wanted to raise my shooting from 2 to 3, and then spend another 3 to bring my rifle skills up to par with my pistol skills.
Have
Yeah,
you shot the rifle or pistol since last upping up either of those skills?
I've never upgraded the skills. That's
Oh.
what I wrote. What I started the character was a shooting of 2.
I think he's asking narratively, have you had the opportunity to actually practice what you'd
Mhm.
like to raise?
I fired the pistol. I have not fired the rifle.
You did, so I'll let you bump up your pistol if you want, but since you haven't
Okay.
fired your rifle since getting these chips, you haven't had any.
Sure.
There's no bridge to
Okay.
that.
Okay. In which case, I would like to upgrade my sneak from 1 to 3 because we had a very successful sneak.
You bet you did.
And you're alive to talk about it. I think that's
Yes,
pretty
that was a
cool.
highly successful sneak. So
Yeah,
I think
that
that narratively is fine.
That absolutely makes sense, and that's one of those skills that
We are all still alive.
Yeah.
And I would say his ability in infernal horse whispering also. Increased.
Yeah, that's under me, and that's animal wrangling, hell horse.
Yes.
Aaron, there's only one skill I really want to improve.
I'm trying to remember what the heck is sneak under again? Darn it!
It's under nimbleness.
You know what?
Sure,
Whenever
saw it.
there's
Yeah,
a rules
nimbleness.
question, just
Yeah.
start it with Carl,
Right under horse riding.
and
Yeah, I see it.
you're gonna be right.
If I were to redo the skill sheet, I would definitely not have the skill or the aptitude scroll to the next column.
Yeah,
I find that incredibly annoying. So how many chips did that cost you there, Gustav, or was that pulling from your pile of bounty points?
So that's pulling from my pile of chips. I don't think I have any banked bounty points. So to go
Okay.
from a sneak of 1 to a sneak of 3, I need to buy 2 and then to buy 3. So that's 5, right?
Yeah,
And then to go from a pistol shooting of 2 to a pistol shooting of 3 cost me 3. So that should be a total of 8 points spent. And then actually it had a good point there about animal wrangling. I have no points in it. I would like to put 1 point.
all right, hold on.
So that should bring me up to 9, and I think that's
So to go from 2 dice to 3 dice would be what, 3 chips?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's the cost of the new
Yeah.
aptitude.
Hey, yeah, when you're ready, Aaron, I got one change as well.
Yeah, hold on.
So reds are worth 2 and blues are worth 3, correct?
correct.
Let me see here. So I got 5, 8, and 1 is 9. So that's
Okay, I got your shooting and your pistol, and you wanted to bump your animal handling?
animal wrangling. Just put a 1 in it for now.
Okay,
So that would just be 1 point, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had 0 in it before. So.
right. Okay, so if you want, ping me how many chips and what type you just spent there.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, Walt, did you say you wanted to do a little
Yeah,
something? Something?
just very simple. I just want, since I spent a lot of time in writing in that wagon, I was trying to be really attentive to that so I could get at least a basic teamster of 1, teamster for horses. Would that be under teaming or driving under nimbleness? That's not clear. Carl?
Driving, I believe.
There's an actual skill.
Teamster is on cargo loading and handling all that.
Alright.
Driving is
Yeah.
actually driving like a stagecoach and wagons,
Alright.
etc.
Okay, so in which case I would like a driving of 1. So I have, which is just 1 white chip.
Right, all right, well,
So I'll keep it really slim tonight.
all right, 1 white chip has been spent and taken off the board. Vance, you're staying with what you got? Staying pat?
Yep.
Okay, same thing with Mr. Trout.
I have,
Dr.
it's Dr. Trout, thank
Dr.
you.
Trout.
I'd like to spend 3 white chips to take my horse riding up from a 2 to 3.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, actually, yeah. So I imagine I've done a fair amount of horse riding in the last, my ass can tell you how sore it is from riding the horse. So 3 white chips in the back of the bag.
Let's see here.
Here's your second dinner.
Oh,
I could have given you more vegetables, but I knew you didn't eat them already.
this is the small one, right?
No, that's the biggest one actually.
Right.
Just eat half. I don't expect you to eat all.
Right.
I expect you to eat every bit.
Can't have any pudding if you don't finish your meat.
Happy plate. We want to see a happy plate.
I was watching some YouTube thing. It was they were actually going through Tomb of Horrors, which was I was like, oh, that might be fun to run just as a total throwback to, how much does anybody really remember of that?
I remember that you don't want to be on one side of the doors leading into the place, and I don't remember if it was left or right, but I remember the picture of the cover has like a thief falling to the floor. It's like, I think it's on the left side if I had to guess. But yeah, so this is a quick digression. Did any of you actually watch on Netflix The Art of TSR documentary? Oh my God. If you grew up playing D&D, it's either on it's either Netflix or Prime, but there's a show called The Art of TSR, and it starts from the 70s. But if you watch anything like you grew up in the 70s and 80s, you will see it. You'll be stuff you didn't even remember that you knew that'll instantly come back, and you'll be like, oh, and on the next page was this picture. Great documentary. Just keep
Eye of the Beholder, The Art of Dungeons and Dragons.
There it is, baby.
Yeah, it's Amazon.
Amazon. That will be a trip. That'll be a return trip to your childhood. Most
Sounds
likely.
like fun.
I have to do that. I can't remember who recommended it, but I absolutely loved Love, Death, and Robots.
That was me as well, I think.
Yeah, that was really good.
They weren't all as good. I liked Lucky 13. I think that may have been my favorite. Except the one of the Russians. All right, so we're
Okay.
digressing.
So,
We go to the mine.
Gustav, what was your total chip utilization?
I forgot to hit enter.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Righto. Okay.
All right.
Hey, that puts some nice new chips back into the bag. The bag of happiness there.
The sack of happiness.
I put white chips in because that's pretty much all I get out of it.
That's true. Steve has had a pretty bad run with the chips, I have to say.
All right. So it is morning. I believe Miss Poney already has whipped up a fairly hearty breakfast. I can only assume that you may or may not have taken avail of that. I assume you do. Why not, right? Besides, you don't want to start getting underfed, because underfed equals wind loss. We don't want that. Some people stepped away for a second, I guess. All right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to step away for
I'm
about
still
5 minutes
here.
for a little bio break, and then we'll dive right into it. So I'm going to hit pause on the recording here.
Some people.
But everybody take a little 5-minute bio, and I'll be right back.
All right, if it's paused.
All righty. So, all right. So you had your food. All the horses were taken care of well, so they're fed and rested and watered. That was largely, we'll just say, paid for by the town, as is your stay here. Okay.
Before we leave, Vance, do we want to give Dr. Trout one each of the Hellfire rounds?
I pull one out, lean across, hand it to him, say, remember what chamber it's in.
And I do.
Don't
and I
lose
do-
the shell.
And I do the same.
How many do we have? Because I do have a Derringer, which I believe is probably 44, right?
Got shit for range, though, right?
Yeah, Derringers have shit for range.
Oh, if it comes down to me needing to hit somebody with a Hellfire bullet and a Derringer, we're already in trouble.
Yeah.
But at least I could have it.
No, let's not have that just in case. Let's have it in, 3 different people shooting, at least getting 2 chances to put this son of a gun down. Now, I don't think 1 bullet's going to do it. I think 4 would do it.
I could shoot
in that
Charlie's
case-
Angel style.
In that case, I will be in the back watching our back of the party.
Fair enough.
I'm sure he'll send the dead things after you.
Let's do it. So
So
you
my
guys,
recommendation is once we get within, I'd say a half mile of the mine, we dismount and approach by foot.
Something would
Probably
tell me
a good
we
idea.
want our horses a little bit closer.
But in case you need to vamoose,
I mean, I'm sure I can run faster than most of you.
can ride faster than that black pseudo horse.
You just
You
need to
can't
run
run
faster than
faster.
Dr. Trout. That's all.
You can't.
Oh, I
You can't run faster than me, but of course I'll be out of wind after about 20.
Actually, I can't because I actually got a gimpy leg, so I'm not running from anybody.
All right, good point, Vance. Maybe a quarter mile.
Yeah.
Can we just go over the rise? Okay,
well, let that be up to you.
we'll just get as close as we
Okay.
feel. Well, you guys know where did you guys come to the mine in the nighttime or in the daytime?
I'm pretty sure it was nighttime, but I'm pretty
was
sure I
nighttime.
know where it is.
Yeah. Chris and Vance, why don't you both give me a
I would say performing seems like a good skill.
just give me both of y'all give me a cognition roll, difficulty 6, because the terror level is 1 in the town.
1 success.
All right, and Gustav?
Two successes.
2 successes. Okay. While you were riding back, even though it was at night, you do recall that there's a likely spot where it'd be probably fairly decent to tie off the horses, not too far off the trail leading up there, that where the horses would be relatively sheltered, and the walk to the or run to the mining area wouldn't be more than, maybe 400 yards or so.
We'll head for that spot then.
So it's at a direct line of sight of the entrance to the mine, is what we're saying.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of, down a little bit of a wind, a little bit of, I don't want to call it quite a bluff, but a sharp drop, small hill, perfect for, if it was World War II to park a tank and you just have your gun kind of above.
The main reason I said that we should stop closer is because I don't think Lloyd there is going to be able to walk a half a mile.
Maybe he should stay with the horses.
Well, I think
If
as-
he
I think
can't
as-
run.
I think as long as we try to keep the horses out of sight, but close by it does make sense. If we need to we need to skedaddle if things don't go the way we plan. I'm not interested in dying today.
What about tomorrow? Is tomorrow good for you? How's your schedule?
I have to look at my calendar. It's back at the office.
Again, Dr. Trout doesn't have time to bleed. Ain't got time to bleed.
Well, I suggest, hey, Lloyd, why don't you provide cover from the hill with a rifle?
All right, he thinks he can do that fairly well, and if things go terrible, he can beat to the horses and at least have them untied and ready to go, so you don't waste that extra couple seconds.
Besides, I don't think I want him down there because of what his condition was last night.
Yeah, I mean, short of doing, one could, do a little bit of some skill rolls on him, we'll just say, and maybe get an idea of his current mental health. But at this point, I don't know if you have enough time to do that. If you're willing to get
Surgeon, not a psychologist.
true.
Gunslinger psychologist. Tell me about your mother.
Okay, so you're heading up the trail, and you come up to the spot that Gustav goes, just sort of just over there, kind of thing, to tie off the horses. In the air, you can still, well, for Gustav and Chris, you can still smell the somewhat distinct odor of human flesh, burned, charred, carnal kind of smell.
The carnival.
And there's definitely some smoke rising from the area. It's not a large amount. You'd equivalent it to maybe the equivalent of a poorly put out campfire.
So let's do this. Give me 5 minutes to see what's going on there, and then I'll wave y'all forward.
So you want to go ahead up and scout ahead? Is that
Yep.
what
You're going
Yeah,
up by
all
yourself?
sneaky like.
all right? If that's amenable to everybody else.
You sure you don't want me to go with you now that my sneak is slightly better?
And
I've
what if
been practicing.
Noon improves me.
Yeah, take a position on the other hit on. So we have the entrance. I'm assuming there's 2 hills next to going into it. Basically,
that's-
flank me.
The overall sort of topography is, this is on a larger hill, and then the mine entrance kind of continues hill. So it's sort of a hill that comes up, has a bit of a leveled area, and then the hill kind of continues further. So you got sort of a 270-degree angle kind of approach to the mine entrance, which is evidently where the pit was dug.
Yeah, I would say good stuff. Take a flanking position to me so we can cover each other. No sense in us being grouped together.
All right.
All right. Both of y'all give me a sneak roll. Your difficulty is now at 7. The terror level of this area is at 2.
1 explosion. Still only a success. I needed the explosion.
No successes. Looks like I'm gonna be burning something. So what happens if I burn a blue chip?
Blue chip is like a red chip. You add it to, you roll a die. You roll the bonus die and add it to your highest die. It's like an explosion.
Okay.
But it isn't necessarily the highest. So if you use a red, you can do that. But the Marshall gets to grab a chip. If you lose a blue, he doesn't get to grab a chip.
Right.
And let's be honest, fellers, he's not out to help us.
No, but a sneak fail at this point would be bad. So
You might
I'm
even
gonna-
upgrade
As long as
to
it's not a 1.
catastrophic.
Yeah. Well, it's not a 1, but it's not good. All right. I guess I'm gonna burn a blue chip.
Got this,
All right.
man.
So this will
Rooting
add.
for you, Gustav.
Okay. So I had a 4 and now I have a 2. So now I have 6.
6. So still no success.
No, but it's not a miserable failure.
It's not a categoric failure, but
it's
you're
relative.
not approaching stealthily.
But it's not clown shoes.
Hell, you could have set me up if you're going to do that.
Told you don't wear corduroy pants.
Um,
Too many zippers on this jacket.
I think Michael Jackson owned it.
He's just.
So you going through your motions of being stealthy, right? So whether you notice or not being stealthy is a little bit subjective. Um, but I assume you kind of timed it okay. Flank, go up. Does everybody have pocket watches and stuff? No, maybe.
I have a
Um,
pocket watch.
I have a watch.
Yep.
A gold watch.
I do as well.
Okay, how about you, Christopher?
Nope.
No, something you
have
might
one.
want to invest in relatively shortly. That way you can kind of say, okay, in exact, you do the proverbial synchronizing of watches, that kind of thing. But you both crest the hill from your individual angles. We'll just say effectively, if the mine wall was 12 o'clock on sort of the 360, you're coming up at a more or less like a 5 o'clock and a 7 o'clock kind of angles to it. The pit is still there. There is smoke coming from the pit. From what you remember, you didn't necessarily see a lot of smoke when you came up last time because it was dark outside, right? There was certainly an inference of it because of the odor. The odor seems stronger this time than it did previously.
Would I attribute that to fresher? I have my suspicions.
Yeah. Certainly some sort of additional activity has happened. And as far as overt activity, right now, I assume you guys are holding off, 10 or 15 yards at least away from at least the pit edge, as it were. And
kind of at the my goal is kind of at the periphery with my rifle out. I'm looking for two things. I'm looking to see, A, is the horse still in the entrance of the mine? And B, when we were leaving, I saw something at the edge of the pit. So I'm looking at the second place I'll look at is the edge of the pit to see if I see anything moving.
okay. Give me a cognition, difficulty 7.
Keen sight help in this? +2 to a cognition roll.
I don't think on this is just strictly seeing if you see the damn horse or not.
Got it. There's, 2 dice exploded. Let me see which is the higher one. 18. So 6. So 1 success, 2 raises.
Okay, you do indeed see the horse. Looks like it's been turned around, so it's face front. You don't notice any additional sweats or anything like that on the horse, so the horse is fresh.
Does it look like the horse that was there when we were there the night?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
It's just it's not
It's
in
a horse.
heavily ridden
Yeah.
state. It is in the shadows in the mine, right? So it's not exterior of the mine. It is within the shadows of the mine. Gustav, from your point of view, you can't see the horse, but from where you remember where the horse was, you just don't have the angle to see
Right.
where the horse was tucked
And
away.
I don't have a scope on my rifle.
Right. Well, that's true too.
And then anything at the pit. Make a note of the horse and go, not the same, but.
I would say it's the same horse, just
Oh.
it's not in the same condition.
Okay, understood. Gotcha.
It's rested, basically.
It's had time to get its wind back.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. As far as the edge of the pit, you don't see anything moving, but as you kind of Are you scrutinizing it with not the skill scrutinized, but are you observing it through the scope of your rifle, or are you just watching it?
Watching it for right now. Something catches my interest, I'll zero in on it.
Okay. While you're watching it, so
I
you
might have
don't
to shoot it.
any particular movements or anything, but it does give you a it gives you an odd, almost a sense of vertigo, a certain sort of slight queasiness. But that's about it. Just sort of a that's a certain, you are having a visceral reaction after a short time of looking at the pit. There's something about it.
Maybe I should draw it.
And since I see that the same horse is there, I'm going to pause for a minute and see if I hear anything that was similar to when we were there at night. Any clanging, chanting that I might be able to pick up with my humongous ears.
So so you go into sort of super quiet, almost close your eyes, kind of cock the ear kind of thing. Well, I tell you, it's almost tempting to trash all these characters and turn them into Call of Cthulhu-esque characters. Roll your listen roll. That's so much easier. It's so convenient. So yeah, go ahead and do your listening. Your pluses in big ear counters the terror level. So you're down to a toughness level of 5.
So just a straight cognition roll?
Yes, sir.
You said the terror level is 2, right?
So I did get a 10, but it didn't explode because I rolled an 8. So 8 plus 2 is 10. So 1 success, 1 raise.
Well, you don't get the +2 because I effectively just dropped the.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So
down
1
to 7.
success. Never mind.
Right.
So 1, just a success.
You get a success.
Yeah.
Outside of maybe hearing the horse shift its weight in some of the sort of looser rock of the entrance of the mine, you do not hear anything else particularly.
I'll motion to Gustav and then start heading back to the group.
Okay. Gustav, give me a cognition roll, difficulty 7.
Try to make it this time.
Yeah. Difficulty 7. One success.
1 success. Okay.
All you
were
can ask
also looking towards the pit, sort of, it's like, okay, nothing from the mine entrance, looking towards the pit. You don't see any particular movement at the pit. I have a tendency of looking at you on the Zoom thing as opposed to looking at my camera, so I do apologize if my sight lines are a little off. Luckily, you do at least catch Chris kind of making the sort of, come on, yeah. So you do see that. So you get the impression that he is heading back to the rest of the party.
So very, very briefly, my wife did get me these for Christmas, and now I have these gigantic oversized dice,
Nice.
which is nice for rolling when I'm on the couch or something.
And then throwing at someone when you need them in an emergency.
Can't lose them, yeah.
Or when we were younger, the wrist rockets, remember
Yeah.
those with the surgical tubing for the, oh man, those things are great.
And
Things are
dangerous as hell.
Didn't we launch beer cans at the ski house at Virginia Tech from our fraternity house?
I used to fire tennis balls out of a cannon that was made largely out of a tennis ball can when tennis balls came in metal cans and some old steel beer cans as the ignition chamber.
And 32 M80s.
It was just, forget what we used, but I think it was probably just lighter fluid and heated it up with a lighter. That's always smart to make it nice and aerate the explosiveness.
You made quite a few dumb luck rolls.
Yeah, never blew off her fingers or anything. So
It was lighter fluid that you used.
yeah, I think it was lighter fluid. Yeah.
Yep. And we'd wind up with flaming tennis balls. Of course,
Once
not as
again-
stupid as putting the dry ice inside of a glass container.
Yeah. You don't want to do that. Yeah.
Why don't you just,
Plastic
that's right up there with
container's not as bad,
microwaving.
but
That's right up there with microwaving tinfoil. See what happens.
yeah, that's not good either. Although you can microwave a spoon and nothing happens.
So you guys visited the charnel pit?
Wait to get back. Wait till we get back.
Okay, are you all trying to get back in a sneaky way?
Always
back to the
sneaky.
group.
Always sneaky. Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
for
we
it,
should
Gustav.
go.
You've been working on your sneak skills.
I would say,
have.
I think our default setting would just be to try to be as quiet as possible.
Okay, every time you guys move around from this point forward during this overall scene, I will be asking for sneak rolls.
Then I'll go last, gentlemen.
Barely one
I give you
success.
thing.
Take the clown horn off your shoe bottom before you go, Doctor.
Look, I like this jester hat. It keeps my head in the shade with all the jingle bells hanging off the ends of it.
All right, so again, Chris and Gustav, sneak rolls, please.
I'll do it again since you didn't ask for it.
Difficulty remains at 7.
Barely one success.
Can we talk the tear down some? This tear of 2 is making our lives more difficult.
1 success.
1 success. Okay. Yeah, terror level's a total pain in the ass. You can talk the terror level down, but typically that requires you to actually, remove whatever was causing the terror, and then you wrap up, and then they lived happily ever after style story, and then that reduces down the terror.
For my edges, I have a bravery of 2. Does that help at all?
Bravery of 2. Look it up real quick.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to get sidetracked on it. I don't even remember why I chose that. I think I was just looking to spend points to balance out. So I have 2 points of bravery in my edges. We can circle back to that later.
Carl, what's the rule book say?
That's what I'd have to look up.
No, I thought you already knew.
Longins. Big Ear's brave. Oh, it gives a +2 to their guts check.
Yeah.
Got to check. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that will be handy too.
Yeah, that is handy.
Okay, so you both get back, and
Brave or just stupid, you decide.
and you're back with the rest of the people.
All right, gentlemen, the horse is still there. Nothing seems to be moving around. Looks like the pit seems to have gotten something new in it, although I admit when I was looking at it, it kind of fuddled my mind, almost like real bad headaches swirling around, looking at something from a height. Didn't hear anything from what we heard last night, so my suggestion is we approach it nice and slow. Just keep our eyes open.
I'm going to pull out my scope. It's not attached to anything, and use the scope itself to look down at what he was talking about as the charnel pit.
You're going to try to look down into the charnel pit?
Well, I'm figuring we're on a height. I'm not sure. Can I see down to the
You
charnel
would
pit?
have to circle all the way around the hill, which would be a significant deviation because this is a big hill.
Okay, no, I'm
Uh,
wondering if it could be seen from from our position with a scope. That was my.
No, matter of fact, you have to climb up still a bit of a ridge before you even get to the plateau where the hill or where
Okay, okay.
it is.
All right, well then I suggest we head down, and I will pick up a can of the lamp oil. And I
And
will
Bumblebee tuna.
ask someone else to grab the other two, because there are 3 canisters of lamp oil.
While Vance is doing that, I'll turn to Lloyd and said, "Is this where you were last night? Does this ring a bell?"
More dice up here.
I hope so. There's another mine.
We bring in the dynamite.
He appears to be fairly sure that yes, this is where he was last night. Yes.
Vance, my recommendation is based on what happened to Lloyd last night. We keep the gun hands free. So
That's
might
why I'm
wanna
only
find
carrying
someone
one.
else to carry- All right.
Yeah, that's true. We do have the dynamite and the fuse.
And the torches.
So
Yeah.
yeah, your
Uh,
torches.
You were more or less shown how to appropriately affix fuse to dynamite.
Yep.
You would have to tell me how long of the fuse you put onto it. I don't know if you remember what the test was. I do, because it's in my notes. I don't know if you do.
1 foot was 4 seconds.
Yeah.
I think that's
so-
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought 20 feet. So we figure it'll probably be,
It was actually 6 inches was 4 seconds, but that's okay.
6 inches. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably don't want to go past a foot of fuse. Well, 1 inch is going to be put inside of the thing.
It depends
you
on
don't
whether
wanna-
you're placing it or throwing it.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking. If you're throwing it, you don't want it to be too long.
Right.
If you're placing it, you want it to be long.
That's why I was asking now. How have you prefused
Yeah.
these?
I figure what we'll probably do is, we have 5 gallons of lantern oil. So
You
that's
got a
probably
lot.
5 of those things. Yeah. Quite a few of them. Let me look this up. Because I have 36 written down, if I remember correctly. That's 12 sticks of dynamite. Yeah. Because they were $3 a piece.
Yep.
So 10 of them can be wrapped together with a significant amount of fuse.
And I have 1 stick with me that I started the game with in my
Okay.
initial loadout.
And I will set off 2 other sticks with a 1.5 foot of fuse line to be lit and thrown. That will leave us with easily we can make the other one like, let's see, 4 seconds. I gotta do math.
Math, numbers.
Hey, it's not like seconds count. Oh, wait.
I wouldn't, insofar as how much you have. Don't worry about the inch or so that you jam into the actual sticks of dynamite. We'll give that as a freebie. He maybe cut off a couple extra.
Okay.
You actually got 21 feet or something.
Should we just describe it as a time for simplicity's sake? Like
Yeah.
this bundle has 6-second fuses and this bundle has a 20-second fuse? Make
Yeah,
it simpler?
I'd say the one that we plant would have something like a 30-second fuse minimum. Because that way you can light it and you can retreat.
And something for throwing might have like a 6-second.
Right.
So basically, how many sticks of dynamite do you dedicate to the plant and run away, versus how many do you have as basically very explosive grenades?
2 for very explosive grenades, 10 to really do some damage.
Okay. And those are now pre-fused, is that correct?
Actually, let's break them into 2 sets of 5.
Okay.
So 2 sets of 5. And those will be set with, what do you say, 30 seconds? Does that sound good, or should we go a little
Sure.
bit more than that? 30 or 40?
30.
Well, you gotta figure you can run your distance, your pace, in what 5-second window.
Yeah.
So,
My concern is if we do like this, we might be having to do some retreat and firing. So I want to give it as much time as possible. But I think 30 seconds, 30 seconds sounds good. So 2 of those at 30.
If you don't think we can get out of what we're in 30 seconds, don't light it.
Yeah. Well, considering a round is what, 5 seconds?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Also consider, though tricky, and I'm sure you'd have to get the right roll, you can set off dynamite with a bullet. You can shoot it, it will explode.
yeah, since it is,
Nitroglycerin.
Is there
nitroglycerin based,
Mythbusters on that?
it is a
It's-
impact possible detonation.
Old school nitroglycerin dynamite.
I'll put the 2 that I have at 10-second intervals. That way I can light them and I can count and then throw.
Okay. Okay, so I would say that if you're kind of carrying around your sticks of dynamite here, assuming you're not handing that off to anybody else, it would be a bit too awkward. You would gain a laden difficulty if you're also carrying around your hogshead of lamp oil.
Yeah. So other people are going to have to carry lamp oil. Because I mean, the best I could do is probably put it in my saddlebags and carry it over my shoulder, but I don't want to get shot.
Well, given this thing dissects people, getting shot you might just get torn apart if that's any better.
Well, I'll say it's up to you all. You guys got to tell me what each of you is taking or not taking insofar as these extraneous items.
I'm bringing my torches because I made them.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're not the best looking torches, but they'll work.
I'll put the
They
dynamite in
will.
a saddlebag and sling it over the shoulder.
I have my medical bag. I mean, and then I guess I can carry one of the, I won't be able to shoot anything in a hurry, but I'll grab a medical bag and then one of the things of lamp oil.
The lamp oil's for the pit.
Right.
So we
So
just need to throw it in the pit and then light that puppy on fire.
I had torches.
There's torches.
Yes. That was the whole point of the lamp oil.
Okay.
Okay, so, but insofar as burdenness of the party, you've got 1 gallon of lamp oil going up the hill. If you want to bring up more, I guess either Chris or Gustav need to.
All right, I'll take a gallon of lamp oil.
I was about to say, what about the sheriff? Can he carry one?
Sure. Yeah, that's reasonable. That's fair.
Because that way, at least we get some of the lamp oil down in there to start burning what's ever in that pit.
And based on what I'm saying, there was nothing moving around, so I'll carry lamp oil as well.
How
Just-
big is it?
just
How
to
big is the
get
pit
it, put
again?
it down.
How big is the pit again, Aaron? Keeper, Marshall?
It's about 30 feet wide, fairly steep on the inside from what you were able to tell in the night light.
I have to assume that since I'd imagine 2 gallons of lamp oil in a confined area could probably do a pretty good job, pretty good coverage, even if it is 30 feet across. So anyway, how many gallons are we bringing? 2 or 3? The sheriff has 1.
Well, we brought 3. I've got 1.
I think
I've got
that's
one.
I think that's fine.
Okay.
Let's get in there. Gustav,
Okay,
you go
y'all.
first. You're sneaker. You're the sneaky.
You all start ascending the hill. I'm gonna roll for. Oh, well, sheriff just got to blow up, so he is okay.
We're doing a sneak roll.
Yeah.
Not gonna go well.
Wait here.
Is it at 7?
Yes.
It is.
Well, shit. I'm like 3d6. That's not good.
A success.
Ooh, holy smokes. I rolled 2 6s.
I'm
Yes.
1D10.
One success.
I got a success and a raise.
Success,
Nice.
2 raises.
Okay.
Damn.
But what does the raise do? How do you really
Anymore?
sneak?
You disappear into the daylight like I did disappear into the night that one time.
Do you become a mist like Dracula?
Gotta be telling.
Well, there would be certainly circumstances beyond your knowledge of, if you were trying to
Sure.
sneak up on a rabbit, right? You're probably going to want an extra success.
Sure. All right. Well, I have 1 success.
I rolled a 5. I did not succeed.
You did not succeed.
No.
It should take the clown show off.
But I
at
did point
least.
out I was going last, so.
You did. Yes. So are you going
Knowing
like,
that I'm incapable of being particularly quiet.
are you going last as in last, as in behind even?
Yeah,
Lloyd?
I am going, yeah.
Okay.
I don't want other people sneaking to be disrupted by my clumpy foot.
Okay. So you
So
start.
I'm
getting to the-
happy to be out of position if there's a combat for the first round.
But you
Actually, the
Herman
good news
Munster
is
with your
you're-
big clumpy boots.
The good news is you're back, so if something really bad happens, you're probably farthest away from it, even though you caused it.
All right, let me
I travel with extremely well-armed friends.
put my pens here.
My friends have a particular set of skills.
Well, mine is
They
I
will
can.
hunt you and they will kill you.
Mine is that I'll write about all this after it goes down if I'm alive.
After we all die.
Barnett will hunt you. The rest of us will kill you. And Walt will write a great story about it.
I will haunt your dreams.
It will be riveting. It will be a attention grabber from the moment you read through it. While you are in the
Oh,
outhouse,
so that
you
your
will just
kin-
be riveted.
So that your kin can read about it.
Hey, I snuck up the hill with the success, and I only have a 6. I rolled two sixes. It was amazing, with a blow up at 12. So it's pretty awesome. That means when I really need it, I'm gonna not come close to success, but that's okay.
Okay, you guys come around to the edge of the sort of clearing area where I didn't want that. Where the pit is.
Oh God. Hey, why am I all by myself on the right? I'm green. Oh no.
All right, so give me a marching order. Who was first?
Probably Carl, I imagine, right?
Yeah, I haven't been here, so I'm not going to go first.
Yeah. I'll go first.
Carl and Gustav, because they were already
Probably.
here.
Okay, call your colors. Carl?
I'm red.
I gotta make that a little bigger there. Let's see. What am I? I think I'm purple, aren't I?
You're purple.
I believe I'm purple. Yeah, purple rain.
I am the orange.
I'm blue.
I'll probably go second to last.
I'm blue. Zabadi, zabadi.
Green is fourth, and then Squeaky Clown Shoe Dr. Trout is last.
So got there.
I guess you should put sheriff in there somewhere.
Yeah,
There we
actually,
go.
you know what? The sheriff will probably be up there with you. He'll be one of the
Okay,
first
so
3
over
or
here's the
4.
mine. Entrance
All right.
to mine right here. You got a big old pit right here.
It's nasty.
And those are your characters. Each square is, we're gonna call it 5 feet. So now that you kind of get a better look at it, the pit is definitely a bit bigger. It's the opening, if you will, is about 50 feet, and it kind of plunges down. So you approach and well, tell me what you're doing. Are you looking at the pit? You're looking at the entrance? Just sort of poking around?
I'm just distracted at the lack of 3D printing in the scene. Sorry.
Yeah, you know, I'm a little disappointed myself.
Terror level just went up another spot.
But I have to say that old school map, that analog map, just really brings back to my wonderful days of gaming, and it brings great memories.
I would just say the creativity and the artistry of the pen work is delightful.
Really like the squares.
Well, it's the
My
Starlight
focus-
Pit and
Aaron, if you lost weight, you look like you've been working out.
My focus is going to be kind of glancing at the pit, but also looking up ahead to look down where the into the mine itself, because that's where they said that the guy was, and that's where they told us that the horse was.
So the big question is, do we throw the lamp oil on the bodies and start torching the bodies to get the attention of the individual that we have been tracking to get him to come out to us? Or do we go in and start shooting him and worry about torching the
I have a
bodies?
third option, which I think is even better. You might like. Why not douse the bodies and not light them? Because they need to be doused to be lit. So at the very least, if they're not moving around and we light them, I can have my torch, and even I can probably throw a lit torch into a pit what's already been doused. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? We
That's
can
not
kind
a
of
bad
hedge.
idea.
We can hedge our bets. We can do douse the bodies, and if something happens, well, it's going to happen regardless. But if nothing happens, then if we need to torch those bodies in a hurry, we can.
That's
Um,
not a bad plan.
so
Yeah.
from your all's characters markers right now, none of you all can actually see the bottom of the pit. You're too far away from the edge
Right.
of the pit.
I'm gonna start bringing the gallon up to the edge of it.
I don't have any of the oil, so I don't have to worry about approaching it.
I'm blue.
And I'm not carrying oil either. The sheriff has oil. Dr. Trout has oil. Who's the other one who has oil?
I have oil.
All right,
If
Gustav.
you want, I can go get some mine walls real quick if you'd like.
No, let's just go.
Okay. So
Next time.
And I am looking at the horse to seeing, since now there's a whole bunch of people here, if it starts reacting.
right.
Oh yeah, that.
thought I had
He's got a horse alarm.
Yeah,
I thought I had a horse mini, but
remember, my
I-
comments were there was something unnatural about this horse.
Right.
I thought
I
it
do.
Right.
I thought it was the looking into the pit was unnatural.
That
knew the
So-
horse- We knew the horse is unnatural.
If we
already.
could get from the doctor, um,
Don't tank it, please. Our lives are on the line.
Hey,
give me let's see,
search. Scrutinize.
give me actually a spirit roll.
we're
Difficulties at 7.
Oh, we're screwed.
He has no spirit.
He was not a cheerleader. He's got spirit. Yes, he did.
Two
Come on.
raises. Two rerolls. 11 and 11.
Nice.
Okay. You
He
look
sacks
down
up.
into the pit, and indeed you do see quite a few bodies, more than just a handful. Really, as you're kind of peeking down there, you're picking out. You would estimate at least 25, maybe
Oh, yeah.
30.
So how many of them look like?
Game over, man.
Well, these are the miners.
Well, so are these intact bodies or are these body parts that have been assembled and tossed in there?
You
Well, I
might
mean,
have to.
I see an arm. Is it attached to a torso?
Give me a
Medical?
I'm luck.
medical scrutinize.
no. I'm going to. This would be sort of a visual search.
So probably. Oh,
So
yeah,
you're
probably just cognition.
take a couple minutes, and you're visually kind of mapping out. So give me a search roll, difficulty 7.
7.
So you
These
got 7.
guys are on fire.
Okay, so
Hey, I mean, they're not all ones and twos, so I'll take what I can get.
yeah, don't forget, if the majority of your rolls, so 51% or more of your rolls are all ones, don't forget to notify me about
Why
that.
are you trying to jinx me, man? I thought we were pals.
But you got your 7. So no, these bodies appear to be intact. They are burnt. They are damaged. Several of them look like wounds of a similar amount to the John that you saw
So
at the Gem Saloon.
vicious slashing wounds.
Yeah, but they have not been, you know, disembodied. You know, there's no
They haven't been mutilated.
right.
All right. How far down is it to the bodies?
You can climb down there to get a better check. It's you know, it's kind of a conical thing, and then you've got, you know, bodies and stuff, so you're not really sure how far down it goes. But to get to the, we'll just say body level, it's about 15 feet of you know, a very severe incline.
So it would be something I'd have to get a rope or something if I was going to descend.
Wait, I just want to be clear. You want to go into the pit of sliced and burned bodies.
So okay, if the body's already burned, I'm not sure what the point is of us putting more burning on them.
Because we think it's not just bodies in there. There's more of those white worm thingies.
But remember, we saw corpses of those worm things here as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Cleansing fire.
So here's the thing. These guys, several of these people, many of them appear to have been killed by the sword. This is great. This is very interesting, but this is something we deal with after we deal with the black guy, the black rider, because the black rider, you know, whatever we're doing here. I mean, sure, we could pour the oil on it, but I mean, yeah, I mean, so is there enough oil? Did we bring enough lamp oil to light this up, or is this?
We have 3 gallons with us and 2 more on the horses.
Yeah,
I think.
if somebody went back, got the other 2, 5 gallons, that would certainly be enough to reignite things fairly well. Lloyd says he's got a rope. He's standing right next to you.
No, I'm not going down there. I mean, if there's a worm thing, I could
Nah.
just get killed.
Okay, he's kind
I
of
wouldn't
looking down
advise
at the pit.
So yeah, I'll try to splash my oil on one part, and then we'll move a little bit around, and we'll do the 3 sides that are farthest away from the cave entrance to start with. You know, three points on a pentagon. We'll do the last 2 once the other oil comes up. Who's going back to the wagons or the horses to get them?
I guess the sheriff offers to go get the.
Which
he
one of you
puts
fine
down
gentlemen are going to do it?
He puts down his jug of oil that he already brought up. And he goes back to.
All right, so I'll pour one thing of oil, try to get them on the bodies directly in front of me, and then I'll, you know, we'll.
Okay, you kind of have to do the sort of sloosh kind of thing, right?
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and then kind of start to circle the pit to an extent to kind of get other parts. While the good doctor is anointing all these things in oil, where's everybody else going?
I am going to go to one knee, draw my pistol, and have it pointed down the mine shaft.
I'm also oiling up these slippery bodies.
Yeah. I'm
That's
doing
not-
the same, but my rifle is pointed at the cave entrance.
All right, give me 1 second here.
So if you want to put us like, Aaron, if the cave entrance is 12 o'clock, keep me at 6 o'clock, put one of us at 8 o'clock and one of us at 4 o'clock.
Yeah. So Carl, Chris characters, what's your color again? Because my window's all super teeny tiny now.
Red.
You're red.
So red goes to 4 o'clock.
Hold on, I'm just writing it all down right now. Walter, what's your color?
Green.
But you don't have any lantern oil, do you?
I got 5 torches.
Okay.
Vance, what's your color?
Vance is orange.
Gustav?
I am purple.
Vance is in a perfect position the way he is right now.
Yeah, and so is Chris.
And I guess that leaves you as blue, the doctor. Okay, so Chris, where do you want to be?
Right where I am.
Okay, fair enough.
Gun pointed at the mine entrance, keeping an eye on the horse and
All
anything
right.
that comes out.
Walter, where do you want to be?
Well, I don't necessarily want to be by the pit.
Backing down.
Who's
Perhaps
red?
I can
That's
throw one of these
wild.
torches in from 30 feet away.
Who's all the way on the right? Red.
That's me, Chris.
Well, I'll shoot by moon shooter. I'm gonna try to start kind of slowly scooting my way over to where he is.
You're kind of headed that
And,
direction.
and
then.
while I do that, I'm gonna absolutely keep my ears peeled and my and basically look at the basically any motion. I'm trying to keep my head on a swivel to see if there's detect any peripheral motion anywhere.
Okay, Vance, where are you wanting to be?
Right where I am is perfect.
Okay, good. Gustav, where would you like to be?
I'm good right where I am.
Okay, and okay, so everybody and Gabriel, right. So that's where we're at. So everybody except the doctor, please give me a cognition roll. Difficulty of 7. This is a listening based roll, so if you
Okay.
have big ears, you can drop it down to 5.
Thank you. That's what I needed to know. Was it listening or eyes?
No bueno for Walter. No ones, but a couple 3s and a 4. Not gonna do it.
1 success, 2 raises.
And I got a 5.
Got
Got
5.
A success. No raise.
All right. So Chris, you're kind of head swiveling. You notice 2 things. Lloyd has not moved in the last couple seconds at all, as in standing there motionless.
This is the sheriff or the deputy?
No, he's the Overwatch guy.
Okay.
And you hear a non-horse sound coming from the mine. You're not really sure what the sound is, but it's not matching. The horse doesn't appear to be moving or whatever, but there's definitely a clanking sound of some sort coming from the mine.
Well, poor Lloyd gets ignored right now because there's a threat coming. I'll yell out to Vance, something's coming out of the mine.
Okay.
You say this
With-
out loud?
Yeah, absolutely.
With that shout, creature pops out of the ground
Ah,
Oh crap!
right onto Vance's leg.
That's not Vance.
that's not Vance. That's Lloyd.
Sorry, Lloyd's leg. I had the right mini.
Okay.
Shouldn't he be red?
Me
Oh.
painted red. Yeah.
Like a
No,
red shirt.
Red shirt.
And let me do some dice throwing here real quick.
Now we see the reason for the lamp oil. These bodies are already burnt.
Hey, cleansing fire. Just keep saying it.
And you pretty much see this critter is it definitely looks like perhaps what you were seeing before was in effect the pupa stage of whatever this might be, and this might be the next molting phase of that creature. It has the same kind of coloration and such, but it was quick and it came almost like bubbling out from the ground. You didn't see it, at least the doctor didn't see it coming up from the pit itself. It kind of almost just kind of came out of the ground real quick. Vance screams in pain as evidently he is hit right in the same damn leg that he was bit before. I said Vance again. I didn't mean Vance. I meant
Yes,
Lloyd.
you did say Vance.
I really want to hurt Vance.
But it's legs, pants.
Don't we
He
all?
wants to kill me. He wants to kill me.
So that happened right as Chris was shouting, beware, there's sounds coming from the mine. Let's do this.
Oh, crap.
Let's go to the top of a combat round here. So I know it's been a while from doing this. So this is going to be a surprise right now. So I need a cognition check from everybody.
From everybody.
They still at 7?
Yes.
Ooh. Kaboom.
Ooh, got a kaboom.
Uh,
Son of a bitch, really?
19, so that's 2. Well, 1 success and a raise.
Right.
I
Okay.
have 1 success.
I have
14.
one success.
One
Success and a raise.
success and a raise for the doctor.
Okay. So nobody was incredibly surprised. This would, if you didn't get a success, you would have basically lost the entire action round. So,
Been caught flat-footed.
I think there is one person that got surprised.
oh, well, yeah.
Lloyd.
Yeah.
Surprise is it's chewing on his leg.
So, to remind people, what we're
Where's
going
that
to
cheat
do,
sheet?
Yeah. So start off with a quickness roll, nominally toughness level 5.
right. So quickness roll for everybody. Toughness level is going to be a 7.
Yeah, because
Oh, come on.
And I am going to spend a blue chip to add a die to this roll.
Well, we can roll first and then decide that, right?
If we have quick draw, does that make a difference? Or it's just quickness check?
It's just a quickness check to determine your cards. The quick draw means that you don't have to blow a card drawing your weapon.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, we don't. Okay.
and we count our successes, don't we? Because that gets us extra cards. Every success on this gets us an extra card.
Yeah, so you get 1 card. If you succeed, you get a card, and for every raise, you get a card.
Okay.
Do not succeed, what happens?
If you do not succeed, you draw 1 card.
Okay.
I have.
And is this cumulative on explosions? So I rolled 2 6s and a 3 because they won. So I got 2 explosions.
I'd
Right.
like to-
So with 2 explosions, you get to roll both those, but
I take the highest still.
correct.
Okay. So 9.
Oh, in that case, I only got 1 success. Well, I had 2 successes, but I didn't get any raises. So just 1 success.
Yeah, same.
1 success, 2 raises.
Okay, so 1 success, 2 raises. So Carl, that would give you 4 cards.
I would like to use a white chip.
All right. Carl, did you blow a chip?
I blew a blue chip.
You blew a blue.
All right, so white lets me re-roll.
I'm gonna grab my laptop charger real quick because my battery's running low. I'll be right.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
wait, just remind
1
me,
extra die.
but it's not additive, right?
Right. It's
No.
just
In which
another
case,
chance to
I'm
get a
going with the
possible
red.
explosion or
Well,
whatever.
since I have a D6, I'm gonna go with the red chip, which adds what? You get the dice back, but I get an extra added to that die, right?
Basically, so you roll an extra dice and you add that number to one of your die.
Yep, I will use a red chip then.
All right.
That gets me a success.
Okay, so that gets you 2 cards. Trout, I believe what you got 1.
No, I got no successes. I rolled a 5.
Right, so you get 1 card.
Yeah, and I think I'm all right with that because Lloyd's gonna get attacked before I do, so.
Yeah. So Vance, what was your success, whatever rate?
I only had one success, so I get 2 cards.
2 cards. Okay, fair enough. So don't forget, if you have a joker, jokers are kind of super wilds, but you cannot sleeve that joker.
And good thing that you pointed up, drew a red joker.
Okay, yeah, so you can't hold it to
Right.
the next wraparound.
And I believe I can use that anytime I want, and it gets me a chip.
Let's see, a red one. Yes, you get a random chip. Yes,
The red is good, black is bad.
right. So you get a random chip when you play the card.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Okay,
Marshall,
so-
Marshall, you said that when we use a card, we don't put it back in the deck. Is that just for each session, or is that for the entire campaign? You know, so say he pulled that joker. Is that joker out of play until next game, or
Until this act or scene is over.
okay?
Okay, so Aaron, I did use a red chip to get 1 success, so I take 1 card. Is that how it works?
2 cards.
2. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I got the red chip thing. Right.
All right. I didn't do too bad.
Yeah. If you do a black joker,
Yeah.
I get a chip and I get to reshuffle, or you reshuffle your deck, which puts everything back into your action deck. So we'll stop at the top. Aces are high, not low in this game. Again, Chris, if you got a joker, you can kind of call in whenever you wish.
Mhm.
So anybody have an ace? No? How about a king?
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay.
You have an ace or a king, Gustav.
So how many cards do I get? So I had 2 successes, but no raises. So I guess just 1
So
success.
you get 2 cards.
I get 2
2
cards.
You got a success.
Okay, 1, 2 cards. So I can look at both.
Yep.
Okay, so no ace or king.
Okay. So I'm playing my king.
Oh, poor Lloyd. Never had a chance.
Lloyd gets sucked in.
Total protonic reversal.
Yipe.
Oh god, there's more than one.
They pop up out of the ground,
Well,
not
shit.
out of the pit.
Spider-Man.
Okay, so in seeing these, you all need to do a terror check.
Is that a guts roll?
It is a guts roll.
Thank
Thank
God
God.
I got 2 points in guts.
Thank God I improved that.
So you're going to do your guts roll,
Uh,
and this critter is at a terror of 7.
Oh, come on, 6s. Yes,
So-
got a 6.
I have
Since I have
nerves of steel, so that does affect me if I
6.
fail this.
Yes.
14.
However, I got a success.
Okay, good.
1 success and a raise.
Oh, okay.
They're extra not scared.
Yes.
How's everybody else doing on their guts check?
No
Oh.
bueno.
Success for me. For Dr. Trout.
I got a double deuce. No bueno.
Critical failure.
No,
All right.
I rolled a 2 and a 2, so no bueno for Walter.
All right, so you failed basically,
Yes, I failed, not hysterically, but pretty thoroughly.
right? Gustav, how did you do?
I have a double explosion. I got 664.
So
Okay, you'll
roll your 2 explosions and then take your best one.
yeah.
Perhaps you can give me some of your courage.
Okay, the 664 was my best one. Don't have
Okay.
+2 guts because of my bravery.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah. So that adds on to your dice roll. But with the 6s, now you re-roll those 6s, and you'll take the best of that re-roll to add, to get the
One of
number
your-
higher.
It was the reroll that exploded.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So you rolled a 6, it exploded. You rolled a
Rolled
second,
another 6.
so you're at
exploded.
12, then you rolled a 4, so you're
Yes.
at 16, so total of 18.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So a success and 1 raise.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you did better than me with 1 dice than I did with 2.
And Dr. Trout, how did you do?
I rolled 1-7, so I succeeded.
You succeeded. Okay, so the only person who didn't quite make it is
Walter.
Walt.
The good news is he's the only one who doesn't have one on top of him at the moment.
So now we get to roll on a whole new chart. Woo-hoo. Because this game loves charts.
Parts.
Lots of charts. Let's see here. So forget how this works. Terror.
Oh, sorry, a correction for mine. So I think it's a success and just 1 raise because
Correct.
I don't have anything in guts. So it's spirit, but I'm rolling at 1 higher difficult. Right?
Yeah.
It'll be a
Okay.
9.
All right, so we roll on the scared chart, which I guess makes a certain amount of sense. Let's see. Let's look up what,
Scared.
220.
I'm gonna write about this experience when the blackouts go away.
As I stood there, I'm glad I had worn my brown pants.
Right.
We
Those
crossed
were
the
your
cr-
white pants.
we crossed through that deep creek, don't you remember?
Shootout at the brown trousers ditch.
So Walt, roll 3d6 and give me the total.
14.
15.
Gonna get real loud real quick.
So you roll another d6 for me.
6.
6. Okay, you,
How much
Walt
wind?
dies. Walt just died. He's like,
oh. Okay, you lose 6 wind.
okay, that's like half of my wind.
Yeah.
So I have I have a plots. Okay.
And your reaction is to run away from what's going on at double your pace.
That's still pretty slow, luckily.
Until the next event where you're going to make another guts check to see if you kind of regain yourself.
So I'll see
So
you all
what's your
next
pace?
week.
So what's your pace?
I'll be back.
6.
Your pace is a 6.
6. It's pretty wimpy.
Okay, that's not super duper fast, but that's that's okay.
Especially since I'm running away.
But you kind of go.
I want to let out. I go, ah!
It makes it to about there.
You just call me Sir Robin from now on.
That's right.
When danger reared his
So-
ugly head, Walter Larrabee turned and fled.
You don't got much further. If you continue going that way on your next turn, you're going to start going kind of down the hill somewhat.
And that means I'll pick up speed and get away from this. This is awesome.
So we're
Oh,
going to do some
goodness.
more attacky tackies. Let's see. So if I got this right, because the combat system is whatever, it's weird.
Byzantine,
yeah.
complex, convoluted,
Yeah, it's fine.
morass-like. Think how many good adjectives
I mean,
we
it's a little.
come up with.
Sassy.
You always go to sassy. That's your go-to.
Is that a problem?
Not everything is sassy.
I even wrote some like quick notes on this here. Don't know if I copied them though.
Strange. I thought I had all those notes in here.
All right, well,
Where the heck are they? Was it not in Ferdinand?
okay, nobody was particularly moving. So we'll-
Dreamland's cheat sheet. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. So we're close range, which is always good. And I take my, you know what, I'll go faster when I hit both these dice. Okay. I can already tell first attack or the first creature onto Vance utterly misses.
Is this
does-
actual Vance?
as does the second one. The additional attack onto Vance, since it was already called in.
Do you mean Lloyd?
Sorry, Lloyd, Vance.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm gonna change my name.
Lloyd the bartender.
And we'll see if we get any. I don't think so. I believe there's Carl. What is your grappling?
Grappling? None.
None. Okay. So I actually do get a bite on you.
Unless dodge somehow can come into play.
Fervent prayers are always free.
Dodge is more used on things coming at you, being thrown, that sort of thing.
Like a wrench. You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge
Yeah, you can dodge a wrench.
Where is grappling?
It's grappling's basically melee fighting.
Oh, so you mean fighting?
Oh, so you mean fighting?
So fighting, yeah.
Hold on a second. I actually have that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Where is it? Is it nimbleness?
It's under nimbleness. Yep.
I have a brawling of 2.
Oh, hold on here. I did that entirely wrong. Hold on then. Right. I see where I did my roll up here. Oh. Okay, its size is okay. I didn't take it. Okay, I understand where I got it. I keep forgetting. Its size is small, so that affects stuff, but the fighting is based off its nimbleness, which is actually significantly higher than what I thought here. So,
Oh,
geez, not with those rules though.
Oh.
Well, but that explodes. Okay, so what is your brawling?
2.
2. Okay. So 2 plus 5 is 7. And I had an exploding die, so I do hit. So now we do location. Right, okay. Jeez, cumbersome. In your 6. I got you in your 6, buddy.
lower guts.
Lower guts. All right. And, okay, well, that's not much as far as damage. 2 points. All that for 2 points. That's a lot of rolling for 2 points. Okay, that was my king. Queen.
Wayne.
Queen.
Oh wow. Okay. So let me give you the bits. They moved, but not enough to affect your shooting. They are a size of 2, so that's a -2 to be able to hit. Let's see. You don't know if it has any armor or anything, but you'll find that out soon enough. So go ahead. Who has the reverse order cards? So what's your what type of queen did you have, Christopher?
Spades.
Spades?
Diamonds.
Diamonds. Okay, spades is before diamonds. So you get your first action there.
So I will be shooting the one that just bit me in the frickin' stomach.
Sure, you're at point blank range. That should certainly help.
So small, is it base 5 or base 7?
Since it is small, it's a -2.
All right. Well, I'm just going, does the terror level apply to shooting here?
Yes, it does. So
So
basically,
we start off, instead of starting off a 5, we start off with a 7. So the
Right.
target is small. That makes it a 9.
right,
I'm not walking. It's
right,
not low light.
right.
not-
No, you're good on those modifiers.
Yeah, no range, so no modifiers there. So it's just a base roll of 9.
Yeah.
Shoot it! Shoot it!
It's a good thing I'm D12.
Same here. And I've got
Man.
4. And I've got 4 of them.
True.
I've got like no chance.
Oh, did you have the special bullets loaded?
I am using my rifle, not my pistol.
Okay.
12. 18. So a success and a raise. And if I remember correctly, the raise is where I can adjust it to where I hit based on the hit location. So it's
Shoot it in the leg.
D20,
Oh wait.
D20 plus 2 because we're point blank.
Right.
Hit it in the thorax.
18.
Okay. Well, did that include the +2?
No.
Okay. So you're going to
I
hit
just
it
hit it in the head.
in the head, which is typically, at least, the best thing you can do. So hitting in the head gives you an extra 2 dice of damage.
Yes, and this is 4d10 plus.
Unless this thing is bulletproof,
Okay,
it's gonna
so
probably
you
turn into paste.
you are now going to find out it has an armor value of 1. So your D10s turn into D8s.
That's fine. It's still a lot of them.
Yes.
All right, so. Ten, 16, 22, 25 points.
Okay, so since it is small, the threshold of damage levels is 4 as opposed to 6 because of its size, right? Effectively, its size is 2. So since its size is 2, for every 2 points of damage, you do a level of damage, right? So at 3 points, you do 2 levels. At 4 points, you do 2 levels. At 5 points, you do 3 levels, on and on and on, right? So if you did 20 points of damage, you did 10 levels of damage to its head.
Actually, 25 points of damage.
So are you saying, Aaron, that he went next level on that thing?
Well, the thing is, you actually blew the little critter right back into the ground. You just rammed it, whammo. So
Something bit me.
so yeah, okay. Was that one bullet?
Yes, the rifle is one. The rifle is one. It's a.
One bullet.
I've got to reload it after every time.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
If you have a speed load.
So okay. So that gives a Vance. You're up.
Vance for this round is going click forward on his gun to put the hell rounds out of rotation.
Okay. What's your rate of fire?
This is my Colt single. So
One.
rate of fire 1.
Okay, so yeah, so this card will be you advancing
Advancing, right.
your chambers. Anybody else had a queen? I don't believe so.
I have a queen, but it doesn't matter.
So Jack.
I have a jack.
Jack of
Okay.
hearts.
I have jack of
Jack of what?
clubs.
Clubs. Let's see what. So it's spades, hearts, clubs, diamonds.
Mine is simple. It's a reload action.
Right, so Chris, you're reloading, Gustav, you're shooting. So let's, start over again. The shoots and shoot modifiers have not changed. Since it's small, it's more difficult to hit. So effectively adding to what you need. And the terror level is at 7. Nothing is moving sufficiently enough to do anything else. So you require rolls of 9.
Rolls of 9. Okay. So I
So
have
your-
my
Your
Lamat
toughness level
pistol.
is 9.
Okay. So I have my Lamat pistol. Let's see. My pistol shooting 3d12.
Are you using the pistol portion or the shotgun portion?
The pistol portion.
What's your rate of fire on that?
1.
1. Okay.
I have 1 success.
1 success.
Oh,
Okay.
hold on. That's an explosion. Forgot. It's d12.
What does a
Okay.
raise do when you hit something?
You
So-
can move it up the target chart.
Okay.
So I have a total of
Raise.
19.
Total of 19. 7. So you had a hit and a raise.
Hitting a raise, yeah.
Not quite a second raise, but still they'll let you move it up. So roll your d20. This will determine the location of where you pop the little sucker.
How big are they again?
2.
Rolling on a mattress is not the recommended way to do it.
That's why you have the big dice.
4
You rolled a 4.
for the location.
All right,
Okay, so
With
you
a raise,
can,
you can move it up to your lower guts.
yeah, probably a good idea.
Okay.
You've never fought one of these, but usually, body mass is probably better than blowing off one of its 6 or 8 legs.
Right.
Minor, it's 8.
So now you want to do your damage?
Yes. So the damage for that gun is, I believe, 2d6. Yes, it's 2d6
So it'll go to a 2d4.
So that
Yes,
drops to 2d4 because of its
because of the armor.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is my? Oh. And we add both of these, right?
Yep. This is one
Are
of the
there
few rules that you actually just add together.
Are there any explosions in this or no?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think I got 25.
4.
I just thought it was because you're a cheater. I'm gonna roll my D30.
I got 9 total.
Total of 9. Okay, so since it's the size of 2, you're doing what, 4 levels of damage, right? So you have
Yeah.
critically wounded. I hate to say one of them, but did you? I don't think you had one in front of you, did you?
I thought I had 2
Oh,
right in
yeah,
front of
yeah,
me.
you got one. Yeah, yeah. So okay, you critically wounded the one there.
Critically wounded though doesn't sound like dead.
It is not dead. That is true.
Well, poo.
It ain't happy.
Well, it ain't happy, and it's gonna, when it comes around to its turn, it's got to roll effectively wind and shock and all that kind of junk. So that was Jack. Yes. So anybody got a 10?
10 would probably be what I'd be on because that would have been the 2 clicks.
Well,
From the
it's,
queen.
it's your next card.
Oh, it's my next card?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's why that nimbleness roll at the very beginning is so important, or not
Okay.
nimbleness, but whatever. So anybody with 10? Yes, no, maybe?
I'm on
I
a,
had a 10, but it didn't matter.
I'm on a 3.
Okay.
Let me know if we get to me.
9. I'm gonna go ahead and go and give it a shot again. Now that I know the correct dice to roll, which is always nice. So, all right, Vance let's resolve what
True Vance or Lloyd?
You don't have to,
Or
True
Lloyd.
Vance.
just as a point of thing, did you do the stun roll for the one critter that got critically wounded?
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
just
So
making sure we remember everything.
it does not seem to be doing much.
Yeah,
change
a
of
critical
heart.
stun is kind of,
it's yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing much. We'll
Yeah,
just
well,
put
it's
it
like
that
I
way.
wanted to play and you shot me. You shot
That's
me.
right. You shot me. You shot me in the arm. Let's see here. Gustav, what is your brawling skill?
A brawling skill? I don't believe I have a brawling skill.
Fighting.
Is that under fighting?
yeah, fighting, and it's specific, so fighting, it's like pistols and all that, you select, yeah, I think you can pick brawling, wrestling. something
Right, it's a
like that.
specialty. I have nothing in fighting. I just have a nimbleness of 3d8.
Okay. So one of the
I'm a
critters
lover,
hit-
not a fighter.
Except you have
And
Lamat, which makes you.
so
God.
both critters hit you. 3 and 3.
Apparently, you can
Um,
shoot them, but they can also bite.
Is the word brawling? I thought it was pugilist.
It's fisticuffs.
and they're leaping shockingly high. Well, I guess it's not too crazy. They're kind of going for your arms. They kind of leap and they're trying to stop you from shooting that gun.
Oh, no, arms are off limits. Arms.
That is unwanted physical contact.
Arms, my only weakness.
And they do make contact. So they only do the. Well, hold on. Trying to remember damage wise. If they don't get up to one's size, the damage is ignored. Is that correct? I believe that's correct. You have to
My
at least,
size is 6.
right. You have to at least do that much damage for it to be a level of damage, right?
Correct. So on mine, I took 2 points, but no level of damage because it was only a 2 and my size is a 6.
Right. I think that's right. I think you still take the wind, but you don't take the actual.
Yeah, for every full multiple of target size does 1 wound.
Right, but it's round up.
Right.
Or sorry, it's round down. So right, so I don't successfully actually quote unquote wound you.
Yeah, and each time you're wounded, you get 1d6 wind.
Right. So
Now, the question I have is there is damage cumulative. So I keep track of 2 in my guts. If it gets to 6, I take an eventual wound, right?
no,
Okay.
no. Basically, what it's biting with right now, it just isn't enough
It's great to me.
to get
Got
through
it.
your clothes and stuff like that.
Superficial.
They're kind of weak, so they're just not able to affect you too much.
My good shirt, damn it.
Except for the eggs it's laying.
Well, but I mean, if they were poisoned and successfully scratched you, the poison might
Yeah.
do something. You know, there's other things that could certainly hurt you, even if they're not doing quote unquote damage. But you still take the wind. So Carl, you took 3 wind from the glancing blow you took, and Gustav, you take 4 wind in total.
Okay.
Which shouldn't be particularly affecting you too much right now.
Yeah.
Let's see, since it wasn't even a level of damage, there's no stun. Yeah, so, okay, we're good to go there. Okay, that was my 9. 8,
8 of spades.
all right, Mr. 8 of spades.
I will shoot one of the ones that is attacking Gustav since, 2-on-1 probably isn't nice.
Okay,
Not
are you
even
aiming
sporting.
for the,
The one closest to me. So
Okay. Fair enough,
the range is what? 20?
Let's see here, 10, yeah, we'll call it 20. That's about
That's
right.
still 0 because I'm using a rifle.
Ah, that's true.
So 9.
Okay, so you got what you needed.
No, I haven't rolled yet. I'm just verifying that the roll is a 9.
Yes, that's correct.
1 explosion. 18. So
18.
1 success, 1 hit,
Yeah. So
One success, one raise, right?
1 raise.
So you got to
So
adjust.
where do I hit the damn thing?
Yeah, D20.
18.
18. I assume you're going to bump it to 20 again.
That is correct. Well, that's only 1 success, so I can only get it to a 19, right?
That's it here. Even phrase allows you to do plus or minus 1. Well, you're still point blank with the rifle.
Oh,
though,
right. That's yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I hit
add
this
2
one
to
in
the roll,
head.
1 point blank. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was an 18 with 18, 19 plus the 2 plus 1 to the raise, 20. I hit it in the head.
Yeah. So
Spiders never had a chance.
D8.
so yeah, so it's going to be extra rolls because it's the headshot.
Yep. So let me add the non explosion first. So 10, 14,
When you're good at something, be very good. at
8,
it.
29. It's gone.
Okay, yeah, you disintegrate another one.
Hooray for Christopher.
Okay,
He's my
that was
hero.
what, an 8 of something or other? Yes.
Yeah. Yes, and
Okay. Does anybody have a 7?
well, I might as well use my Joker now to reload.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I have a 7 of hearts.
Carl, you get an orange or a red. Okay, so Joker's been played. Anybody have a 7?
Yeah, 7 of hearts.
7 of hearts. Okay, go ahead and do your action. I assume you're going to probably finish off this critter, hopefully.
Yeah, shoot the wounded one.
All right.
That is, I got to roll my d12.
Yeah, it is not moving, so I'm going to reduce the toughness level down to 7.
Okay. One success, 1 explosion. So then I have. So 1 success and 1 raise.
1 success and 1 raise. Okay. So again, there's nothing intervening, blah, blah, blah. So you got the raise, you're at point blank. So
D20 plus 2.
yeah, well, D20 really plus 3 because the point blank as well. So roll your D20.
Although remember, with the raise, you can also move it down ones if it's advantageous.
That's true. If
So,
6.
6.
and that's with your plus 3.
No, plus 3 is then 9.
So lower
It's
guts
going to be
again.
lower guts all the way.
Okay, it's
Works for
it's
me.
where you shot it before. So as long as you
That's
do
even better.
1 level of damage.
Good enough. So I got my d4. Let's see here, my gun is.
I'm feeling
So it's going to be
confident it's going to do 1 level of damage, but
Yeah.
go ahead and roll it anyway. Yeah.
It's weird when you don't hear them hitting the wood because he's rolling on a bed.
12.
12.
Oh, jeez.
You
All
Chris-
right.
It disappears in the ground.
That one
I'll
is
take it.
gone as well.
Actually, I should have said I was doing a trick shot, one rifle going through both the unwounded one and the wounded one.
So
Oh, we're
I'm
not
gonna
even
play,
on the grassy knoll.
Behind the back.
I'm gonna play my 7. Not much as far as attacks left. except for coming out of the ground, out of the pit, are two more horrible critters.
I
These
told you
ones
to
look
light
bigger.
Yeah, can we just light
Oh.
this pit?
it. Well, too bad the guy with the torches is running away.
So I'm going to see if what I got my attacks on Lloyd here. He's unfortunately just very easy to hit. He can only do 1 damage, so I've winded him a little bit. Let's see here. Who else do I got something on here? I guess what, Vance, you're still got one in front of you?
Yeah.
All right. All right, that exploded. So
Oh.
16, no other explosions. So I got a 16. You're fighting at
3.
+2 is not much. So I still hit. Maybe not bite. Bite. It tried to bite you. It didn't do much with the bite, did it? Oh, well, shit, that doesn't help much. I'll claw you instead for the exact same amount of quote unquote damage. 1 whole point of damage, which means no damage to you. So you take 3 wind.
Okay.
Okay, that was 7. 6. 5.
Hey, five
Oh,
of hearts. Now I get to shoot the damn thing. So the target is 9.
Yep.
We got 5d12 to go through. Ooh, don't want
Jesus.
another one of those. That was not a d12. That was a d20. Hold on. I was like, how did I get a 17?
It's the special dice.
There's 1 success. 2 successes. Last die. Can I get a blow up? No. Well, I got 2 successes, but the highest was an 11.
All right.
So a success.
Right. Okay. So you still hit. That's fine.
Yep. D20 where I hit it.
Yep.
18 with point blank.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was an 18.
Oh,
You can't see
20,
it.
so you hit it in the head.
Yeah. And so now, because of its size, I actually have to go from D6 to D4, right?
And you get 2 extra for hitting it in the head.
Oh,
Right.
cool. So
So, yeah,
5
because
D4.
yeah. So it's armor knocks down your dice pool, but since you're
It's
points,
5, 6.
yeah, since you're hitting the head, yeah.
6, that's 10. 11. 11.
11. Okay. So
So it's a size of what?
size 2.
Size 2.
So
So
One.
you do what, 5 levels of
5
damage?
levels.
5 levels, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough to take that one out. Rate of fire of your weapon?
Just the one.
Just one. Okay.
I'm going to mark that weapon as expending 1 round.
All right. I lost track of what card level was that? Does anybody have any more cards?
That was
left?
5.
I have a 3.
3. Okay. Good doctor. We're on 3.
Yay. Yeah, I probably should have burned a chip to get better die roll. Okay, or two cards. So I'm going to make sure that I'm not firing the hell round.
Right.
So I'm gonna just turn the chamber 1.
That's your,
Then I'm gonna go ahead and fire my my pistol.
right, because it has a rate of fire of 2, correct?
It's a Colt Army, rate of fire 1.
So
It does 3d6 damage though, so that's
But turning a chamber would be your one action.
That's your action. So it'll go next time you get to shoot.
Right.
Hey, Walt, didn't we hit
All right,
it?
well, so then never instead of that, I'm gonna back. Okay, so I'm gonna back up instead. Can I do that? Can I back up while I'm turning the chamber?
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
So I'm gonna back up. My pace is slower.
half your pace, I think you can move.
So
Yeah,
4.
if you want to
Some-
backpedal.
I'm gonna backpedal 4. No, I'm blue.
Oh, you're blue, yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna go back and then I'm gonna start angling towards purple with the last couple moves, sort of sliding towards them.
Oh, great,
In other
everybody.
words, putting the NPC between me and the spider.
We are presently using Lloyd as bait.
As bait, as a.
I can't help him. I get the wrong.
Doctor and Vance, you two were the only two kind of at the angle where, well, Gustav, I guess everybody.
I will
except-
holler. There's 2 more in the pit.
Yeah, the two in the pit, really at the angles that you're all looking. Carl's character can't really see them. Everybody else can. These critters are about twice the size of the things that you have been fighting. Maybe even a little bit bigger. I am using some minis from Shadow of Brimstone for this, but they aren't
Afraid,
Shadow of
Lloyd.
critters. But
Hopefully
so
the sheriff is huffing it back here.
so we're at the top of the rounds. So new cards, everybody.
So
no.
it starts over with a new quickness roll, correct?
That is correct.
Oh, thank goodness.
Or is it quickness or nimble?
It's quickness. Normally toughness of 5. We're now still at a toughness of 7, I'm assuming.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Got 1 explosion. Yeah, only have 16.
I'm gonna go ahead and play a red chip to add a die roll. Aaron, Marshall.
Ooh, I should have done that at the beginning.
This is not a great roll.
1 success, 1 raise.
All right, 1 success.
1 success.
I played a red chip, Aaron, so I guess you get 1, or Marshall.
Yeah. You know what? That sounds like a damn good idea. I think I will spend 1 too.
No, you don't need to do that. No. It's much better to.
In that case, can I expend a white one?
Yes, sure.
Oh, fine. Let me take the white off.
Unfortunately, I rolled really shitty. It didn't help my situation at all. So.
Short. So a success with a raise.
Oh, okay. So you're going to get what? 3
cards.
3
3
cards.
cards. Ooh. Get my 3.
Okay. So everybody's got their cards. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Good. Christopher, give me a cognition roll at a difficulty of 9, please.
A success.
A success. That strange vertigo-ish feeling that you had is starting to come back a little bit. You feel that it's maybe coming from, even though the optical effect is coming from the pit, you think for whatever reason you're gathering that the source of it is the mine. Just so you know. Okay, jokers and aces high.
Ace of hearts.
Ace of clubs.
Okay, hearts goes before clubs.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
I'm shooting the one that's closest to me in the pit.
I think. Am I not wrong?
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
Clubs is last in priority.
Yeah.
All right, so that thing is a 4, so 4 or 5 size.
It is actually
Said it was twice the size or
Yeah,
maybe a little bit bigger.
It's actually a size of 6. It's a person size. I know. It's
Okay,
not-
good. So there's no -2 for its size.
Right.
Wow. It's a shame I just can't add up all the successes.
Well,
But I did get an explosion, so I got a 19. If we're at a 7, that's
One raise.
one raise. Yeah.
oh, sorry. These are new creatures, though. So as you're seeing these new creatures, except for Carl, please roll another guts check.
Oh.
Everybody?
Yes, this would be another at 7.
Do I have to since I'm running away?
No, you're running away, so you're okay.
Oh, yay.
Womp womp.
Mm.
11. Just
11? Okay, good. Gustav, how'd you do?
5 and 2 1s.
Not so great.
Not so great.
Critical fail.
There's a critical fail.
You could play a white chip to roll another die, so maybe you get, well, no, it's still half or more white ones, right?
Yeah, so
No,
I'm,
that would be no, it's 51%. So if you rolled another die, by definite, unless you rolled another 1,
Is that the way
if
that
you
works?
rolled anything
which
but
is
a
a
1, you would
distinct
avoid.
possibility.
Yeah.
Okay,
fine.
let's burn a white.
That way you can ban a white.
All right, down to 2 whites. Let's see. No 1, no 1, no 1s. It's a 1.
Oh.
What the F?
Okay.
It was a reasonable suggestion.
So how many dice did you roll in total?
So that is now 3 1s and a 5.
Okay, so that is a critical failure.
hmm
Do you have anything like Nerves of Steel?
I have bravery, which is +2 to guts, but
So that was a,
well, so here's the thing. So it's +2 to guts. However, I don't have anything in guts, so I'm just going off.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So the +2 is canceled out by the fact
Yeah.
that I'm just rolling off spirit. So it
Yeah.
it evens out. So I'm just 3d6 in spirit.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that sucks. Okay, so
having a little freak out.
since it's a critical failure, I'm taking the highest that you could fail this at.
What in God's name is that?
So
He is superstitious, so sometimes he sees a new monster and he just loses. his
yeah,
fucking mind.
so you take 10 wind. And where does it put you at with wind?
That puts me down to 2 wind, assuming I haven't recovered any since the beginning of the fight.
Well, you haven't had a chance to recover any yet.
Okay, so that puts me at 2 wind.
Right. So when you get to 0 wind, just so you know, normally it's basically you kind of lay down, you can't do much, you just kind of, right?
You put a paper bag.
Because of this fright, if you get to
Nice.
0 wind, you pass out, you faint.
Okay,
Yeah.
noted.
Did anybody else fail? I know. Vance, did you?
I succeeded thanks to Nerves of Steel.
All right.
oh, Nerves of
Or
Steel.
no, not Nerves of Steel, Tough as Nails, excuse me.
Toughest name.
Because I rolled a 5, I got a +2, so I got the 7.
Nerves of potassium.
Yes.
And
But I
Chris-
have Nerves of Steel and.
I haven't
Tough as
seen 'em
Nails.
yet.
I'm working on my nerves of the molybdenum upgrade.
That's right.
Well, I have nerves of string cheese.
I just bought a block of tungsten, which is cool.
Cold riveted selenium.
Spent uranium.
Old West Latin.
There's a Ghostbuster quote for everything. Original Ghostbusters, not the remake. Very important. Okay, so right. So you had Vance, you had your
Success and a raise, so
Right.
now I'm rolling location. An 11 plus 1
Hold on a second.
because I only got a raise.
Well, you're gonna go up or down.
Oh,
with
yeah, that's
the
right.
Raise.
So
Um,
a 9, actually, that really won't make a difference because 10 and 11 are almost the same.
what are you shooting at? By the
Oh,
way?
I see. Gizzards or
You
arms.
want gizzards because that gives you
Yeah.
plus 1 damage die.
Yeah, I'm going to go down 1. It's the one that's closest to me that looks
Okay.
like it's heading towards me.
Right. Because of the angle, you actually wouldn't be able to see that one because the angle of the pit's too much. So you'd actually have to be aiming at the one further away from you.
Oh, okay.
So that would be what a distance, 5, 10, 15, 20, each square is 5 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. The
Jesus.
intervening distance is 25 feet.
Are we on feet or yards with the guns?
Feet.
Really?
Well, at least the squares on the board are what, 5 feet?
5 feet.
Or do you want to make the squares out of 5 yards?
Well, that would make the pit like
Humor.
really huge.
Oh, yeah.
That would make it 30 yards wide, which would be enormous.
Right. So, what, 8 yards away?
Okay, yeah. So it's well within the range. That's why I was just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's why I was like,
Yeah.
wait, so we just hit 25. The gun is 20. Please tell me I can hit something closer than 20 feet. All right. So
Yeah,
there's
it's
no
just-
negative to that. That's the main thing.
Exactly. There's no
All right.
bonus.
So I'm going to use the 1 raise to bring it down 1 so that it actually goes to the guts.
The gizzard, you mean?
The gizzard, yeah.
Gizzard. Okay. Yeah, probably a good call.
And since it's the same size, it's no difference in size. So I actually get to roll the 3d6.
And this is where we find out it's got an armor of 2.
Oh, yes, you're right. It also has an armor of 1.
Well, not as bad as I expected.
So that means I go back down to d4s. I do a whopping. Oh, actually, that's not bad. Let's see. That's 7, 8, 9. 9.
No.
So
Okay.
that's a level of damage.
Wow.
All right. So you got 1 level of damage. And Walt, if you could make another guts check real quick, just to see if you're running away or not still.
Okay, so that's is that a 7 or a 9? What do I need for set?
7.
All right.
And as a reference, we are
Uh,
at 10 o'clock.
One explosion, which exactly got me a 7. Thank you for the
Okay,
6
good.
plus 1, but it'll work.
That'll definitely work. Okay, so you're in it at least, so that's good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Gizzards adds a die.
Yeah,
So
Oh, yes.
another 2 points. So
still 1 level.
yeah, still
Yeah,
one level.
Okay, anybody else on a ace or a jack
I
or
want
a
the ace, I
joker?
want the ace of clubs, and I'm going to shoot, since I can't see the ones in the pit, I am shooting the one that's trying to eat Lloyd.
Sure.
That's a range of what, 25 feet?
Yeah, about 25, 30 feet. So let's call it 10 yards.
Okay, so it's still nothing added. As it's round down.
Yeah.
So still a 9. No explosion, but I do hit it.
Okay. Well,
One takes, but one can get.
Yeah.
But I hit it in the gizzard.
you hit it in the oh, geez, of course.
That'll learn it.
And what level of damage?
I haven't rolled damage yet.
Oh, okay.
19. 20 27.
Jesus Christ.
It is, mind you, it is a 50 caliber rifle.
You're right. You're right. Okay, as much as I hate to leave it in mid-combat, we are in mid-combat, but it is 10 o'clock at night.
Yep.
So,
Write down what your cards were.
yeah. That's exactly correct.
Do mine even matter, or am I unable to attack because of my guts fail?
Well, you were just winded,
Okay, so okay.
so you're perfectly, functional.
Okay.
But you take one more hit and you're gonna, require some sniffing salts and stuff.
Sleepy.
We'll just say you had the vapors.
Yeah.
Happens to the
Come
best
on,
of
get
us.
That's the
sleepy.
And let's see here. Wait, can I do a screen capture of this, I wonder? Might be able to.
I can.
Just use snipping tool.
Yeah, I can do exactly that if they'll pull up.
It's shift, shift Windows S, right?
That would be handy. Nope. There we go. Gosh, computers are nifty.
Next time I'll be trying out the shotgun barrel on my Lynette, so we get to figure out what special damage is calculated like.
Well, it does a lot of damage though.
Yeah, especially point blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, point blank shotgun is pretty devastating.
Even in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of your best bet across rounds. Okay, so that's where we're going to leave. We got two monsters in a pit. Something happening, sort of happening from the mine. The horse, by the way, has not leapt out or anything. It doesn't seem to be joining the fricassee.
It's watching us.
Yeah.
The fracas.
So you can kind of take that.
Based on our performance, it doesn't seem concerned.
I don't know. You annihilated the little guys pretty toot sweet. So that went a little slow. The combat, as I say, just kind of getting back into that.
Well, and I think as convoluted as it is, it's always going to take a little bit of time.
Yeah, I agree. I might, I think I'm going to assume a couple things. One, post combat, assuming your wind, didn't get to 0. I'm just going to assume your wind instantly recovers as opposed to 1 wind a minute, blah, blah, blah. Once a scene is done with, your wind's back. So I'm not going to concern myself about that insofar as overall recovery. If you need to recover because you're just there gasping for air and such, that's a different thing, but there's that. The obstruction rules, if things are partially in cover and blah, 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 might streamline that part a bit too, because that's kind of clunky as well. I might just sort of go, oh, it's in partial cover. Toughness level is just like 1 more or something like that, as opposed to
Figuring out if it went through cover.
Yeah, what was the armor value? 50% always misses, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, no. So I think we'll streamline that some too, because that's just, I think this sort of straightforward shooting isn't too bad. But say some of those other bits are just, yeah. So, okay, cool. I'm going to hit stop recording.